gonna have to prompt me to think of something else.
Lights, camera, action.
So when I was in college, I had the opportunity to study at Cambridge, at King's College for a 10-week term. And it was a wonderful, wonderful experience, and I would want everyone to have it. It was my first time. I was 21 and my first time to come to Europe, and I just remember being amazed by everything. I also did a 3-week tour of the continent, and that's the only other time I've ever been to Italy. And I just remember being fascinated by just completely everything.
So the students arrived very excited to go and see wildlife, and because they had these really long layovers, we stayed in Johannesburg for a couple of days. And by the time they saw some really interesting stuff at Johannesburg, went and saw the Apartheid Museum in Soweto, but they were really, really excited about actually getting out and starting to see some of the wildlife here. And of course, elephants were the big thing. They really wanted to see the elephants. They were super excited about it. And the day that we left Johannesburg and we drove to Kruger Park, they were asking us that morning, well, are we going to see elephants? Are we going to see elephants? And Dr. Schwertner said, I promise you that we will see elephants by 3 o'clock. We will see elephants by 3.
All right, when y'all come up behind me, give me just a little space. I need you to tilt my window. I need you to tilt my mirror up so I can see what's going on behind me. I'll push it out just a little bit.
This way?
Yeah.
Is that good?
Gwen, you need to back up from me a little bit, please.
It's okay. Just
I'm scared.
Gwen, if you can roll back, that'd be cool. They're fine.
They're not.
Gonna come down around us. Don't worry about it. You just sit here.
Can I roll up my window?
You
I'm
like?
gonna roll up my window. Oh, Dr. Schwertner?
And trunk's going up in the air.
Dr. Schwertner?
No, I don't
Back up.
No, I don't like this. Go! Gwen, go!
No.
Dr.
Don't freak
Schwertner!
out.
Robert, I cannot see out that window.
Pull
Dr. Schwertner, Dr.
slowly
Schwertner.
back on out.
I've got some to the side of me as well.
Dr. Schwertner.
I see it.
Schwertner!
All right.
Is it still behind us?
Different tribes and different hostels. So what would happen then? There'll be hostels for the Zulus, for the Xhosas, for the Ndebeles, and so forth. The reason behind that, it is because the past government was well aware that the black population is a majority and should have unified and could have easily overthrown the government of the past. So they came up with a strategy of rule and divide. Yes, you find yourself trapped in a chain of poverty. Trapped in a chain of poverty. Popular to see barber shops on the streets, saving on rental cost, 100% commission. No need to pay for rent, eh? No need to pay for electricity. So they say you can't be poor and stupid at the same time, eh? The HIV and AIDS problem, this is a problem that most of the people are well aware. Our government has put so much emphasis onto training the people and alerting the people of the disease. And now most people are taking proper precautions. Those which are infected with the disease of HIV and AIDS, they do also get free treatment or drugs from the government. 1955, the likes of Nelson Mandela and Walter Sisulu, they mobilized the African people.
This is all and I'm fine. See, it says it on my check, so no high fives.
But if needs be, it is an ideal of which I am prepared to die. It is an ideal of which I am prepared to die. No pictures inside the museum. No pictures inside the museum. It is forbidden to take pictures inside the museum. So guys, you just go through it as per your interests.
Inside it is all of our paperwork from Bush Lore saying that we claim responsibility for the vehicles. And then very importantly is these letters. These are the letters that allow us to take these vehicles to other countries.
We got from Johannesburg, and now we're on our way to Kruger National Park, and hopefully we will see the Big Five, which is elephant, black rhino, buffalo, leopard, and a lion. And that is the big animals hopefully we will see.
What time did we leave this morning, Lee?
4 a.m. 4 o'clock in the morning. Not fun, but that's okay. Now it's 11:01 and we're still on our way to Kruger. This drive has been remarkable. I did my project on Kruger National Park, and it's interesting enough because in Kruger, as I did my research, poaching of rhinos is a huge deal in Kruger. It's interesting the fact of how because there's a fence between, I think it's Mozambique and Kruger, and there's a fence, and each side will play, no, you poach that rhino, no, you poach that rhino. And it's interesting how they will, pick and choose who did what when theoretically they probably both did it.
What are we looking at?
We're amongst them!
Elephant right-hand side, Taylor.
Crossing the road.
No.
Okay, if you'll pull, I'm gonna pull up, and if you'll pull up to where David is, or
Have more up there, or are we in the wrong spot?
Oh, there's more.
what'd you say?
Do you see them up there, or are we just not seeing them?
Tell her we've
They're right
got
on
two
the side of the
right
road, come up to where I was, they're 10 meters up the road.
out who's on the cooking crew for me tonight. And Jessica. You, Jessica. Oh, that's right. We're doing 2 nights in a row.
Keep the light on the owl, someone. Thank you. If that animal decides to charge us, to attack us, no running in the bush. Lots of impalas on the other side, the water bug and the fish.
This one?
I have a kingfisher on the railing of the bridge right next to us.
That's fine. Have a den under this culvert that's running under the road, and that's where the cubs have gone.
We're good.
Okay, just have the one little baby.
Playing with the
Right
tree.
in there.
Do you see the ones to the left?
Okay, we got 2 or 3.
See the ones coming up on the bank.
We're up in northern South Africa, Kruger Park. This week it's been pretty exciting. Saw a lot of animals, almost saw a lot of elephants. And today, yesterday, what we saw was the most coolest part and most fabulous part of the Kruger Park since we got here was that we did the morning walk and learned a lot of things about the habitat area, the living species, all that good stuff. And today, this morning, what we did, we got up early at 6 a.m. and left this lodge at 6:30, and we're headed towards east anyway, and we saw some gray hornbirds. It's been a pretty slow start this morning, but hopefully it gets better every day.
I came on the South Africa trip because I like to interact with wildlife. I love nature. Thought about the different species of birds, and we downloaded an app that we can kind of record, and there's also a book to where if you just take a picture, you can kind of look in the book to see what kind of species or where it is or what, and then the location. My favorite bird would be the African fish eagle because it looks similar to the bald eagle, and I just kind of like how it flies and what it eats.
You're gonna read that later and be like, what? What was I saying?
Let her cook a little bit. Remember what you gotta do. You gotta...
Do you guys know in Kruger they have the Big Five? Kruger is beautiful. I've seen a lot of amazing creatures. I've seen lions. I saw 3 male lions, which is part of the Big Five, which was so cool. They were kind of far away, but they were really neat to see through the binoculars. I have came close and personal to a lot of elephants. I have seen some crocodiles, which was also really cool. I have yet to see a South African crocodile. Now I've seen plenty of them now. My study abroad trip, coming in, I was excited, very excited because I'm going to Africa, and now I'm nervous half the time because we're getting really close to these animals.
I completely understand. Okay. Oh, thank you.
Yeah. Oh. We'll leave this camp in the morning. It's an easy hour drive or so down to Mankavi Loop to the Falaboro Gate where we'll exit the park, and then we'll go west overland to Zanin, and then to our campsite where we're staying near Muketsi. I don't know how we're getting by this year on such little equipment.
Okay, gotcha.
I don't always apply logic and rationality to my actions.
This one is the mix. Narkisi, Chirenfusi.
So you want to come to Africa? Welcome to Africa. We have danger, we have malaria, we have random danger signs.
harness.
I think maybe like from there to here. People there. In front of it, I'm gonna put this guy here as a backup of this thing here.
You see when you get down there, that's where you tell that someone is scared of us. Okay, right?
Pull it up. Go.
That's what you want, dude.
I get it.
Lift your legs up, up. Slowly, Diana. Slowly. Nice. That's how we do it. And goodbye. Look back. Look back. Goodbye. Don't forget to brake.
So this is a higher elevation than we've been at. We just left Kruger, which was at the low veld at a much lower elevation. So it's a real mountainous region, a lot of hills that we have to drive, and a lot of tall trees, mature vegetation. The students went ziplining today. Some of us who are scared of heights passed on it, but we were able to stand over the gorge and get some really good shots of them. They all did a really great job with their the little kiddie line that they started off with. But anyway, we are up here for a couple more days. Tomorrow we're going to do some kind of choose our own adventures and see what's around here and see what we want to see. Is it a light? Is it a stop sign?
It's a light. I'm turning right at the next light. It's kind of this.
Oh, I see you guys. Okay. Okay, so right, I can see you.
Directly in front of you is the light. You'll see Eurofern. It's a furniture store. There's a sign out here that says Morgan Street, so maybe Morgan Street.
So I'm just one car behind David now, so I see y'all. Thank you.
That like a four-way stop. I'm not sure what it was.
If we could get out of this cluster, that would be fabulous. Did you see this, Schwartner? Did you see how some of these are, like, look up right here at this spot. Look how they've got them, like, looped.
Yeah, like figure eighted through there.
Yeah, and just completely, weaved in there.
Well, it's fun to watch them build one because they just work.
I mean, and the piece, you can't
stitch.
even pull the pieces out. Okay, and so it probably sits on a branch or in a crook of a branch or like this with a branch. And the bird is probably the size of, the nest. Maybe the tail sticks out more. But you'll notice that there's like different color lining. So they line the inside of the nest where the eggs and the nestlings are with finer material. Whereas the outside is this more coarse stuff. And that helps them blend in with the tree and into the tree branch. I don't know what species it is, but they've got all kinds of different fibrous materials to help it blend into the bark. And then a nice cushy little spot for the eggs and the babies. She's taking care of her little sister.
Gwen.
My back seat has been for some days. So we're standing here at Debogini Falls in Limpopo province with about close to 2,000 meters of elevation. And when we take this trip, we try to show the students as broad a variety of ecosystems as possible, from the low veld of Kruger National Park and the savannas to the edge of the Kalahari Desert, and get in some montane systems like this. So we'll see wildlife we wouldn't see elsewhere, primarily bird life here, along these mountain streams. It's a little cooler. Today it's a lot cooler. It's windy and almost cold, damper, greener. So it really tries to show the variation that we see. We'll see some birds here like the mountain wagtail, which we won't see anywhere else. Also get to see some beautiful sights, some beautiful scenery. We'll travel to the little town of Hannertsburg today. The opportunity to see the Silver Mist Holistic Festival, see a little bit of local culture. We'll eat a good lunch today. So it's really going to be an easy day. We didn't have to get up and leave too early. I think we had breakfast about 6 o'clock. So here we are at Debaguinty Falls.
We're down here at the falls checking out some different ecosystems. The moisture here is higher and they have a cooler environment. So some of the species may be endemic to this certain area. So we're checking out different birds and vegetation that you can only find here in this cooler, wetter environment. Trip's been amazing. I'm surprised at the diversity of different ecosystems and the species, and actually some of the geology is pretty exciting too, how different morphology and different rocks and how it changes over the landscape. And this place in particular is really interesting, just very wet and moist and cool, and so it's quite different than the rest of South Africa.
So today we went and saw waterfalls and they were gorgeous. They were so beautiful. You don't get many opportunities to go to a different country for a month and just kind of immerse yourself in the wildlife there. And this was a great opportunity, and it was with other people, so it wasn't as nerve-wracking as going alone. So I thought it was a good thing to do before I left college.
Now we don't have Wi-Fi. How does it feel not to have Wi-Fi?
It's not a problem not having Wi-Fi. I mean, I don't get to talk to my mom or my friends, but I'm in Africa, so it's kind of worth it.
we do. This is what wildlife people do, is we pick up dead things and take pictures of them.
Their real danger is that they won't get out of your way when they see you coming. They try to hide and stay still and wait for you to step on them. So, and it's warm enough, so they're out. So watch where you're walking. Two things we'll need to do pretty quick, and that's get fire, and also whatever we decide to bride, who's cooking that?
We're here on top of Mapham Goodway Hill. This is the location where Mapham Goodway Kingdom was located. It was around in the Iron Age that the Mapham Goodway Kingdom came to be. It was kind of a short-lived kingdom. It was only about 80 years, I believe. And these people traded in gold and ivory with as far as China, the Middle East, Egypt, and India. This is a World Heritage Site known for its unique archaeological settlements and artifacts. It's important to wildlife and ecology because it has alluvial sand or soil. It's a combination of clay, sand, and silt, and it's not really solidified, so it has like a crumbly-like texture when you look at it. It also has alluvial aquifers, so that's real shallow aquifers that some of the vegetation here depend upon, and then of course the wildlife depend on the vegetation for their food and shelter. Mapham Goodway is breathtaking. I'm just overwhelmed with the natural beauty of the place, all the bluffs and cliffs and all the beautiful geological formations is just breathtaking. So it's really gone beyond what I thought it would be.
There's only about 1,000 pair of them in existence.
That's really cool.
My guess is that this bird, its pair, its mate, is probably sitting on a nest somewhere.
I believe you are correct.
Through here. Sorry, are we driving to the Tule Wilderness Reserve through here?
I don't know, but I'll probably set up my hammock and free up a bed.
We just stayed a night at Nada Lodge, and we're traveling to Moon, and I've really liked Africa so far. Kruger or Mapungubwe National Park were my favorite stops because I really like all the game drives that we went on, the different kinds of animals, and all the tours we went. I thought they were very educational, and I learned a lot of information.
We are now in Maun, Botswana. We just spent the night in Nada Lodge in the bird sanctuary over there, and now we just made it here to Maun. We're going to meet up Dr. Gay here. This is where I will be reuniting with my glasses that I have been missing out on this entire trip. I actually thought I forgot them, and I actually thought I lost them. And luckily one of my friends found them, and now my dad actually drove all the way from Houston to Stephenville to give my glasses to Dr. Gay, so she'll be able to give them to me now. It's been awesome seeing all the wildlife here. Actually waking up at night, hearing the lions and hearing the baboons fight was pretty interesting. It's not something you usually wake up to.
And then I'm gonna put water purification tablets. So we have drinking water, we can wash our hands, brush our teeth, and it's just water for accessories.
Yeah, so all I can see is like the dark, and it looks like a really strange vulture. Yeah.
We're in the Marami Game Reserve, and ask Gwen how she likes four-wheeling in Botswana.
Well, the steering wheel's definitely a lot, it feels almost heavier and it's harder to control a little bit. And then particularly when there's heavy sandbanks in the middle of the road, makes things a little bit more challenging, but it's pretty good.
Oh, I know where the bananas are if you want one.
There's
They need to be touching. So.
What happened?
Go toward Third Bridge.
It's a different, the vegetation's really different
So
over
spend
there.
a whole day out of camp, and then just make a big circle through the reserve, stop at Takanaka or one of the other campsites down further up in the delta for lunch, somewhere we can just have our sandwiches and things, and then end up here that evening, maybe even after dark.
Zambia are endangered as a subspecies.
We got a lot of water. Oh yeah. All right, guys. Oh.
I did.
Kinda.
This is awesome.
Kinda is, yeah.
Patrol goes flying along, picking up bugs.
Well, we're sitting here enjoying a beautiful Botswana sunset over the Okavango Delta. Not entirely by choice. We had a little vehicle trouble. One of the great things about trekking in this part of Africa, if you want to call it great, is you never know what's going to happen. We managed to get off in a hole and damaged a tire, and don't have all the proper tools to get it fixed. Didn't come with a vehicle, so we've sent the other vehicles ahead back to camp while we sit here and watch the elephants and the lechwe and all the antelope and the sunset over the delta. So it's just another adventure in northern Botswana. We're probably going to be sitting here another hour or so. Sun will go down, it'll get dark. We'll sit in the vehicle and wait till they get back. It's not how I'd prefer to spend the evening, but there's worse things that we could be doing. So they're headed back to camp to drop off most of the folks and then come back and pick us up. Hopefully have the tools we'll need to fix this vehicle.
We told our groups to go ahead and leave, and we left behind. The camp was pretty far away. Dr. Matheson able to GPS and latitude and longitude, and we were able to put that in our vehicles, and it took us almost about 30 minutes when we got to the camp. It was a serious adventure. I'm looking for another day in Africa. Who knows?
I'm Dr. Gay. I joined the trip a little late. It's been, 2 weeks in, and so I kind of got to come in late and stir up all the glue that you guys had to start. But we knew we were coming, and hey, look, right behind me, there's an elephant browsing. Can you see him? So we're here on the Okavango Delta. We're in the middle of nowhere. It's a lot different than Kruger. This is much more of a so many more people. So this is pretty much African savanna at its truest. There are no fences at camp, so we've had elephants just come right through, just meander through. Hyenas come and poke through our stuff. Honey badgers, I saw a couple honey badgers, and they'll open up your coolers and dig out your food.
Because in Marami, you're really with the wildlife. There's no fences, nothing keeping them away. And last night we had hyenas and elephants walking through camp, and it's really eye-opening about how they live and how they kind of just wander around everywhere here. It's pretty cool. I mean, just to the left of us, there's impala hanging out. It's beautiful. Murmy is pretty much kind of how I pictured it. I knew that there'd be a lot of mopani trees, and there's a bunch of mopani trees. I knew the bird life would be pretty extensive. We saw sandgrouse yesterday, and then new dove species that we hadn't seen before. And this morning we found, I think, a fish-eating bird that was different than what we'd seen before. The variety of species here is astonishing.
I thought we might do. It's going to be a trek to get the third grade.
I don't think we should try.
So I thought we might come through these water holes.
You mind if I go take pictures of your wife weaving in there? What's your name?
That I was just like, oh my gosh, they don't see this elephant. It was like right there. He's flapping his little ears.
The back of our truck starts rocking. We're like, all right.
What is that?
We are on our way to Savuti. We just left Maremi Game Reserve, and We had to get up early this morning and tear down our tents and get ready in the dark alongside the hyenas. So that was pretty interesting. But now we're on bumpy, sandy roads trying to make sure that we don't hit our heads on the ceiling. But Sustainabilit will be a very interesting experience. We're only there for one night, which is a little unfortunate. See? But we're gonna do an evening drive tonight and then a morning drive tomorrow and see what we can see, which hopefully we'll see some lions. That's what I'm hoping for. Sustainabilit is kind of known for the lions that hunt elephants, so that's probably one of our best places to see the lions. So wish us luck. And we may also see wild dogs and cheetahs. It's one of the best places to do so, simply because of, since we're here in the dry season, it's winter, the Sustainabilit Channel brings water into the area. I've actually kind of enjoyed seeing all the elephant charges at us. It's something that definitely puts you in your place, and it's something that you would never experience in the States. And it kind of reminds you just how small you are.
We're here on the side of the road. We just stopped because we hit a lot of deep sand and it was slow going, so it's been pretty rough and brutal this morning. We're traveling from Kauai here to Chobe National Park for our final destination, and Sustainabilit, I think. Dr. Schwartner, he spotted some lions tracks on the road, and so we saw a lot of lion tracks, and hopefully we were hoping to see some, but so far not so much.
On our way here, we were in the car with our windows down, listening to Taylor Swift, when all of a sudden, David in the back seat started banging on the front seat saying something. We couldn't hear him. And at first, we thought we were being charged by an elephant or something, because that seems to be a recurring theme this year. Started going faster until he told us to go back. So we started reversing, and he tells us it's a leopard. And so we reversed a good while because we were going pretty fast, and just sitting in the shade, like right next to the road under a tree, was a leopard, and it just popped its head up so we could see, and it was great. We got a great view of a beautiful creature. It was amazing.
We are at Camp Sustainabilit. We're actually just about to leave, and we explored a little bit this morning and a little bit last night. Last night was one of the best experiences I think a lot of us have had, and a couple of us were on the verge of being emotional because it was just so beautiful and it was so Africa. This turned out to be actually a really beautiful campsite because we heard lions off in the distance and they were pretty close, and some people thought that they felt vibrations when the lion was roaring. So it definitely wasn't too far away. And we were able to experience some elephants a little bit up close.
So you can see I actually finally got my glasses, so I'm able to see again. So we finally made it to Liniati, which is the northwestern part of Shobi National Park. We came here and there was an elephant already in campsite with other people here camping out. So he was just here chilling with everyone, eating leaves, doing his elephant thing. So it was a great welcoming to Liniati.
This morning we had a really special moment. We had painted dogs, or also known as African wild dogs, come into the camp area. Right at about sunrise, David Miller and Curtis Martin were outside and they saw a glimpse of them. They kind of passed the word whispering through camp, and those of us who were still asleep flew out of bed in our pajamas and barefoot to come out and try and see them. By the time we got out, they had kind of moved on, and we spent the next about half hour kind of moving around camp, and we caught some glimpses of them and kind of thought it was over. Went back to camp and had breakfast. And then Dr. Schwartner heard what he perceived as an animal being killed and went to investigate and ran into one of the park people from here who had located where the painted dogs had taken down a kudu. So they came back and got us, and we all quietly approached and were able to watch for a good half hour the painted dogs eating the kudu, and they did a really good job of eating that entire kudu. It's really special because painted dogs are a huge conservation concern in all over southern Africa. They've been extirpated from a lot of areas, mostly due to human persecution. And there's been some huge conservation movements to try to bring these species back. For us to be able to watch them as they are feeding and the interactions amongst the group was very special.
I'm wearing the shirt. That's bananas because that's exactly what the roads were when we were driving from Savuti to Liniati yesterday. Nothing but sand. We're all covered in sand. Deep sand, so four-wheel driving, it was like the racing across the Serengeti. Lots of fun and lots of roller coaster bumps, so all the people in the truck had pillows on their heads to keep from hitting the top of the roof and getting concussions.
Understand, that's gross.
When I was doing my PhD, I became very convinced and very passionate about the idea that it was impossible to separate wildlife from people, and that in order to be effective, you needed to remember and be embracing the circumstance of the situation and all of its problems, which is dirty and messy, and people don't like doing that because the science isn't tidy, and you're not sure you're going to get a great paper out and have all the replicates you need, and all the other problems that are there. But at the end of the day, you have one life, and you either do something that's meaningful and matters, or you publish a lot. But so what? And if you keep asking yourself that. So that's what I do. I keep saying, well, so what? What are we doing? And I can tell you that one of the things you should not feel bad about is that often you feel like you're not really getting anything done. That's really amazing. And sometimes that doesn't matter. It's really more the intention and the idea that you're bringing awareness to a topic. So systems biology is the idea that you're not leaving anything out. You're looking at all the parts and how they come together and how those issues, as they intertwine, create the situation or the problem you seek to address. And that means you have to involve government and communities, different wildlife, habitat, environmental elements. And so our program is designed to look at the human, wildlife, animal, environmental interface.
So we are in Chobe National Park. I decided to choose the Africa Study Abroad because it's a once-in-a-lifetime trip, and this trip has been amazing. Being able to see the animals in their natural habitat is really cool. Not a lot of people are able to say they've done this before, and I made a lot of good friends here.
More of those little dudes.
last night, me and David Miller, we decided that we would go and get a booking to go tiger fishing in the Chobe River. So once we got there, we tried to cut bait fishing, which is you just basically take up a piece of fish and you put it on a hook and you throw it out and you wait, but no takers. And so then we headed home and we trolled all the way back to the port. And so me and David and I's aspirations to be professional sports fishermen in Botswana was dashed, so our lofty dreams are no more.
So, how do we want to do it?
But yeah, usually it's like in the middle of giant pool of water and then fills up until all of the water's there, like until it falls.
I think every year I'm just doing
Ourselves in order to
more on the floor this way.
We just arrived at Zambia Victoria Falls, and it is called the Smoke That Thunders. As you can see, we are near the end of the wet season, and per minute around 500 to 625 million liters flow over, and it's the largest curtain of water flow than any other falls. It is twice the height of Niagara Falls. And during the night, during a full moon, you can come by and see a lunar rainbow. And some parts of certain months, there's this thing called Devil's Pool. And you can swim close to the falls because there's certain rock gorges that formed that allows you to swim really close to the falls. David Livingston originally named the falls, and it's named after the Queen Victoria.
There goes.
This is action sweater.
Oh, these are crispy. You ready?
Cheers, Mapani.
Cheers. Kitty baby. It's a twin. I know. Twin.
one of the most fabulous experiences of my life. Go to an amazing bridge to the store and jump off of it. Ideal.
During our trip, it's coming to the end of Africa. Kind of sad, but it's made a great journey to make it through this far. Then we're heading back, and we're about four more days until we head home. And this beautiful sight you see me behind me is a lake of Anata when it comes to the end. So it started from the Victoria Falls and made it all the way down here to the end of the Botswana Nata. We just want to enjoy the last trip of this Nata sanctuary before we head home. It doesn't get any better what I'm seeing today.
They're all.
I feel like I need to go get mine.
One, two, three.
For the graduate assistants of the Study Abroad 2016 African trip, we're coming at you from in front of the great green greasy Limpopo River in Botswana at Martin's Drift, right on the border of Botswana and South Africa. The top 4 words that come to mind are definitely challenging. There's new things that you have to experience, whether it's bartering with people in the marketplace or being bombarded by people in the marketplace. It's also been educational in the fact that you've learned about new cultures, you've learned about new animal experiences and their habitats and their behaviors. It's been very social, which is something that I wasn't quite expecting. Pretty much every night people have been talking and getting to know one another. And yeah, exhilarating is another great word because we jumped off of a bridge together. And not at the same time, but I mean, who gets to say that they've jumped off of a bridge? I hit 150!
And I think keeping the group dynamics together, making sure nobody was left out, everybody was working together, getting things accomplished, making sure there were no quarrels between people and just keeping everything okay.
Everything kosher.
Everything kosher.
Well, after 4 full weeks and 6,800 kilometers, we're back here in Johannesburg. We've made 4 different countries. We've seen wildlife, we've seen elephants, we've seen lions. We've seen a little of everything. Everything from Victoria Falls all the way through the Kalahari Desert. So it's been an excellent trip. Couldn't have asked for a better group of students to travel with. We've laughed together, we've cried together, we've learned a lot, we've solved problems. Just happy to be back, but happy to have gone too. So very pleased to wrap up Tarleton's Africa 2016.
The logistics by Dr. Swertner and Dr. Mathewson have been outstanding. The animals and birds have been amazing, and the entire trip has exceeded my expectations, which were based solely on fear.
I'll back up a little bit.
Is it at the top of a tree?
It's kind of, yeah.
On the Weaver.
Show me a new book. I think there may be a pied babbler out there, or another white bird. Can you see it's, he's just a snow white dot against that green background. White thread is a lot more common, I think. I mean, well, I've seen a lot of white thread.
What weaver did you think it was? The southern bass?
I think she's right. I think it may have been a white-fronted.
He'll come on out. He's just going to be at about 2:30 from you.
Is it one of those strikes?
I do not think it's a strike.
You see that white dot way out there?
Oh, kind of close.
Well, I mean, maybe unless you're seeing something else, he looks to be, 50 yards or something.
Where is it?
Sure you're going to be able to see it. It's about 35 yards out.
Well, is he a white-fronted bee eater? He has a red throat, yellow breast.
I think that may be a southern pied babbler.
He doesn't have any streamers.
See those sticks? There's like...
Oh, God, I see it.
Does he have a forked tail?
The one on the wire did not. But the one we saw might have.
If you'll back up about a car length, I think you can probably see it.